Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, Shlemiel Shelmazer. We're paying tribute to Shirley Feeney herself, the great and funny Cindy Williams. Then, is Ted already jumping ship from the new Bachelor? He'll join us live. And she's reality TV royalty and an amazing realtor. Janelle from Big Brother is here to talk about the show and the home design trend she is sick of seeing. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to The Jason Show. I'm Jace. Hi. Thank you. Keep that love going. Please say hello. She's back to my good friend. It's Kendall Mark, everyone.
Hello.
Back again. Back from a little trip. Full house today. A Tuesday full house. You gotta love that. Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. Kendall is back from a few days off in the Sunshine State. You look well rested.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. Don't look at my foot. It's burnt. Looks like I dumped boiling water on it.
But, you know, it is odd. We're not gonna show it, but
No, it is odd looking.
You didn't burn anywhere else but on the top of your foot.
Just like one patch. It had sand. I must have had sand there. And I remember even thinking to myself, I should probably get that a little bit better.
Yeah, but that's all right. That's all right.
Yep. Oh well.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for welcoming me back.
That's right. Full house for you. So, you missed a lot while you were gone. Thanks to Shane for filling in.
Yeah, the Canadian Honker is a great restaurant.
The Canadian Honker in Rochester.
I've been there.
You missed. I brought in the much talked about coconut cake that I made for everyone.
You have to bring it up for like the 5th time.
Yeah, I have to bring it up because, surprise, I made another one for you.
Yes! Stop! I don't know why I got up.
Did you? Good Lord! Did you? You went over like a lion going after a gazelle. Look at that.
Just call me Lolo Jones. Hey,
Mike,
everybody.
you leapt out of that chair.
Shut up! You actually saved me a piece?
No, I made a brand new cake.
Oh, I just love you. You're getting squished.
I made a new cake.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna eat the junk out of this while you interview people.
We'll take We'll take a bite now, goofball. I wanna,
Oh, because Marion Mim Davy loves when I do that.
It's fine. She doesn't watch the show. It's our Now make sure you get a good, like with the cream and everything. Get a good bite. So
I'm
this
shaking.
is again
I'm so
for the
excited.
80. This is a small bite. Like don't take a honking one. But
like the Canadian Honker.
yeah. But anyway, this is the coconut cake that I've been talking about. The recipe, by the way, the recipe Jeff put on our Facebook page. So everything's homemade. The cake, the pastry cream, the whipped cream. Is it good?
I can't believe you made me a cake.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't whine about it anymore either.
Well, kinda. But I mean, no.
It's so good. Thank you.
You're, of course, yes.
I'm really going to eat like half of this while you guys are watching.
It's fine. That's what it's for. I'm glad you like it. Again, the
you.
recipe is up on our Facebook page. One of the first posts up there. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First off, we start off with sad news. A Hollywood icon, a TV icon who paved the way for many women has passed away. Cindy Williams had so many roles, but come on. She's going to be best remembered for this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Shlemiel, Shelmazer, Haas Investment Incorporated.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it.
That's right. Cindy never heard the word impossible. No, she did not. She played Shirley Feeney on the Happy Days spinoff Laverne and Shirley. That show lasted for 8 seasons on ABC. She also appeared in, I mean, look, you can have a great career in TV, but she also had a great career in movies. She appeared in George Lucas's classic American Graffiti and The Conversation. Cindy was 75 years old. I was really struck by a couple things last night, and I wanted, especially, I try to educate the youngins if you don't know older pop culture. This is one of those figures that y'all should know if you do not. And I wanted to spend a little extra time because I was struck last night when I got the news. It pinged me like right here, and I'll tell you about that in a second. But I looked at my Facebook page, and I was struck by women, slightly older than I am. Women were really, this kind of hit them too, and it hit me like a thunderbolt, and I realized why. Laverne and Shirley, before there was a Sex and the City, before there were a lot of shows depicting friendship between women, Laverne and Shirley was really the first sitcom with women leading and showing a female friendship. And it was a phenomenon, and I thought, oh, this is a touchstone for women that were teenagers or in their early 20s in the 70s and into the 80s. They saw themselves in Laverne and Shirley. They were working class girls working their way up and pulling themselves up by the bootstrap. And I thought, oh, that's why this is hitting folks. And then for me personally, I got a little sad. And look, she's not, it's not Dallas, or it's not Larry Hagman, but I thought, but what I mean by that is, I thought to myself personally, why am I getting a little sad here? And I remembered, I've always wanted to do this. Everyone knows if you watch the show, TV was always my dream, and I was an awkward kid. I didn't play sports. I acted like I did TV shows in my living room, and I love a good opening credit sequence. And in that opening credit, you all will remember, there is a sequence where Shirley comes out of the closet and Laverne comes through the front door, and they knock the doors together, and then they look at the camera and it shows their names. I imitated that in elementary school with my friend Erica Scott, and I made her do that with these closets in my elementary school classroom. And she got so annoyed with me, and she's like, "Why do you want to do this?" And I'm like, "Because I want to be in an opening title sequence like that." And it just, that show. And one more note on Cindy, about women. And people don't give her the credit like they don't give Suzanne Summers credit. Suzanne Summers in that same era fought for equal pay. Everyone thought, well, you want to get paid the same as John Ritter, your co-star? Yeah, because Chrissy Snow was, anyway, Cindy Williams paved the way for women, new moms in the workplace, in entertainment. Cindy Williams became pregnant in the final season of Laverne and Shirley, and she was treated like crap by the network. They made no accommodations. They didn't want to work around her minimal asks, and she left the show. People don't realize this, if you don't look at the show closely, the last season of Laverne and Shirley was just Laverne because Cindy walked away because she wanted to be a mom on her terms. She paved the way for a lot of women as far as maternity leave and entertainment and being treated well as a working mom. So, Cindy, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you. So, yeah. Next in the dish, Sarah Michelle Gellar was on the Graham Norton show over the weekend. She was next to filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan, who doesn't think there is ever a moratorium on spoiler alerts. I don't know about that. Anyway, and she revealed something about his breakout movie, The Sixth Sense. Look.
Did I tell you the most embarrassing story ever?
Oh, no. Did you tell the ending?
No, not of that movie.
Which one?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It's going to be hurtful. Let's not.
No, I mean, to my relationship, it almost was.
Oh,
but
oh.
no, it's a Freddie Prinze story. We've all seen Sixth Sense here.
Oh, my God. Don't do it.
I'm not going to give it away.
What did he just say?
Give me a little credit
We're all going
here.
to see a dead person in a minute.
We're about 20 minutes into the movie, and I said something just like it popped out, like, oh, is that... And my husband didn't see a movie with me for 15 years.
Rightfully so.
15 years. Okay. Let me ask you, do you think there's a moratorium on spoilers?
Well, yeah, if you don't watch something, I mean, a year max. Honestly, if you could avoid it for a year in today's culture, good on you, but
Oh, you're being very nice. I was going to say maybe a week. I mean, yeah.
that's it. That's all you get.
It's hard.
I know.
With Twitter, I mean, I have so many shows and movies ruined for me because
Yes.
I'm on there a lot looking for stuff for the show. That's why I always try to give you a warning if we have to talk about a plot detail, which we're going to in a little bit about a show, but, you know.
Right.
It's hard.
Game of Thrones got like almost ruined for
For
me.
you, I remember. Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so mad. It was heated.
I know.
Heated.
I remember that. M. Night, by the way, has a new movie coming out this week. It's called Knock at the Cabin, starring Dave Bautista. I can't wait to see that. Next in the dish, one of the most iconic brands in premium television is getting a facelift, and it's confusing as hell. Okay. We have Paramount Global. Okay, that's the big company.
Right.
That owns like Comedy Central, MTV, VH1, CBS, CBS News, Paramount Pictures, okay?
Okay.
Paramount Global says Showtime, you know the cable channel?
Yeah.
Showtime is going away. And it's getting rebranded as Paramount Plus with Showtime.
I'm sorry.
These executives should all be fired and go work at Arby's or something. The suits say the move is expected sometime this year, and when it's completed, Showtime content will be available on Paramount Plus's premium tier. 30% of the audience knows what that means. I do this for a living, and I'm not quite sure I understand it. It's unclear if those who currently have Showtime will be automatically transferred to the Paramount Plus premium tier. Do you have to call? I mean, who do you call? What do you do?
Ghostbusters.
This is what drives people crazy about this era. You know what I mean? I get it. My mom calls me monthly about a streaming thing because it's confusing. I can't blame her. They need to stop. They need to make this easier.
Just stop. And I love the name Paramount Plus
with Showtime. Why get rid of Showtime if you're still going to have it in the title?
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
It's dumb.
It's silly. We have a lot more to come. Go get some hot chocolate. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. The Jason Show plus Showtime. And just like that, we're back. As I said at the top of the show, we have a full house. That's thanks in part. That's thanks in part. You know, we welcome groups. We love groups coming in. So come on in. And we have a great group. Give it up for the new Sociables, everybody, from the South Metro. Now, let me tell you, it's like a friend group, a social group, and one woman before the show started, I'm here putting my makeup on. And one of the members of the new social, she stood up in the audience. She goes, "We want Dar. We want Dar." So yeah. So Mom, this club, you gotta sign up for the club. I don't know what the initiation is. I don't know if you have to eat like raw food or something. But we'll try to get you fast passed into the group there, Mom. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back. It's week 2 on the new season of The Bachelor. And while the flings may be new, Zach, that's I guess The Bachelor, wears his heart on his lips. I mean sleeve. And he's not afraid to show them how he feels. Can Zach navigate his way through all that tonsil hockey to his one true love? And who will try to stir things up? We're going to get all these answers because it's time for... Oh, we have a soundbite? Oh, roll it.
I think so.
Okay, I'm happy to.
So far, tonight's going perfectly. I mean, a lot of the connections have grown a lot quicker than I could have imagined. I do really enjoy hanging out with you. I think it was pretty easy right out the gate.
Yeah,
I think it was
that too.
It felt so good to kiss Zach. I felt so normal, and that's what I'm so excited about is
It's bothering me because on my first night,
You know what I've just realized at age 48?
What?
I don't want to see people kissing on TV.
I know.
I don't want to see
Kinda
that. We're going to get all the answers we need about this episode of The Bachelor because it's time for America Loves Ted. Producer Johnson joins us from the Bachelor Nation corner. That's right. Ted's in the corner. Ted, there were some OGs that came back. You mean OGs from what, the Bachelor franchise?
Well, I guess The Bachelor now, their OGs is like from 2 years ago. But there was an OG from like 10 years ago who came on the group date. So they were going to judge the women trying to, do some like, I don't know, stand-up comedy or whatever. But so they Leo, come on. There you go. Courtney Robertson from season 16 of The Bachelor. She is an OG herself. She won that season. So she was there with Victoria F. and some other girl. And there it is from 2014, Courtney Robertson and
Look
Ted
at
Johnson,
that.
a very much younger version of myself. And
That's who?
She's a mean girl.
She's a mean girl? Okay, well.
So after we
it's a good picture though, Ted. I got to say that. Ted, let me ask.
After we took that photo, she said to me, you smell nice. What is that? And I go, soap.
Yeah, well, who got the one-on-one?
It was that Mandrell daughter or niece or something. So, yeah, remember the Mandrell person? Yeah. So here's Mandrell. So he took her home to meet his family. A normal thing to do on your first date. And so they meet the family, and she reveals to him that she has a child. And he then is really struggling with this because he really likes her. And he kind of takes her on a roller coaster and is like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be a dad right now, but I think you're hot, so we'll keep you around.
Kendall feels differently. The more I hear from him, the more, I don't know, and Kendall's actually liking him more. Okay, I said at the top, drama returned in the form of OGs. Tell everyone what happened. Who came back?
This isn't something we've seen before, so I really appreciate the originality here because a lot of times, the Bachelor, they just do the same thing over and over again. But this time they brought something new. So one of the 3 OGs came back and said, I think I want to stay.
I just came here to kind of get to know him and understand what he's actually looking for. Like today, some of you guys missed your opportunity to really connect with Zach. And it was just who is his wife in the group?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I saw you guys on the stage and it was just very painful to watch.
Did you just come here to tell Zach that? Or I'm just confused with the intention.
If you guys were in my position and you see something, you go after it, right? You guys are here for love. I'm also here for love. And if my conversation makes you uncomfortable, then that speaks for itself.
Ooh. Ted, before we go, because we're out of time, I just want to ask you a simple question. Watching the show as much as you do, aren't you glad you're not single anymore?
I'm very glad. But by the way, she did not get to stick around. He sent her home.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch next week. I'm not going to watch next week. Give it up, everybody, for Ted. There was an article, I forgot who, it wasn't Vox.com. Somebody wrote, I think maybe Vanity Fair, that this is on its last leg. Not this show. I mean, maybe it is, but no, but The Bachelor's on its last legs. That this could be it. Yeah.
I mean, I think they rolled the girl Taj in. I don't think she really wanted to join the show. I think it was such a boring episode that they were like, let's just
get her. Yeah. Next in the dish, Murray Bartlett was on with Colbert last night. He became a star on The White Lotus season 1 and talked about returning for maybe season 3. That is our late night rewind.
You have said you want to be in season 3 of The White Lotus.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened, Stephen. I was at an airport recently, and a TMZ guy came up to me and said, "Hey, how'd you like to be in the 3rd season of White Lotus?" And I was like, "Cool, I'll do it."
So are you saying that we can't trust the reporting at TMZ?
Well, sort of unofficially. When we were shooting White Lotus, the night before we started shooting, we had this big dinner, and Mike White, the creator, writer, director extraordinaire of White Lotus, made a speech and said, sort of jokingly, whoever in the you know, we were about to start shooting, in the whole shoot, whoever was the nicest person and the best actor gets a spin-off series. And so I was like, oh, what about me? My character, I don't want to give it away, but my character...
Has a rough conclusion.
Rough, thank you. Yeah. And he said, I'm not going to hold him to this, but he said, we could always go back in time.
I wish they would. They could do that. His early days as a GM, that would be interesting. They can play. It's a universe they can play with.
Do whatever they want.
I love the White Lotus. Well, other than the fact that we like Cam, there's a reason we're showing you that is because Murray's publicizing, making the rounds, because he appears in the 3rd episode of the new ginormous HBO hit, The Last of Us. I watched the newest episode, which is episode 3, and wow. Remember I said a few minutes ago about spoiler alerts and how we were going to kind of talk about a show? I am not going to ruin this for you, so do not worry. Don't turn on The Price is Right. Don't turn on The View. I'm not going to ruin this for you. But I wanted... You know, I don't give you a day-by-day viewing diary of what I'm watching, but I wanted to point out episode 3 because if you jump on your social media, you probably are going to see a lot of rave reviews for episode 3. You're going to see a lot of headlines about The Last of Us. All of the headlines are right. Ooh. There is no hyperbole. There is no over-exaggeration. There's no... Episode 3 of The Last of Us is probably one of the most perfect episodes of TV I've seen in 15 years. And there's
really?
Without a doubt. There is, I'm not even being Jason and ramping this up to make you laugh, as I say. When I think of perfect episodes of television, 2 immediately pop in my mind within, recent times. The series finale of 6 Feet Under on HBO, the 4th season finale of Dexter the 4th season finale of Dexter having to do with Rita. There's an episode of The Good Wife called Hitting the Fan in season 4, I believe. This is the next one. This is so emotional. They really focus on these 2 characters. I don't want to say much. I'll just say that the actors in it, Bartlett and Nick Offerman.
Oh, from The Office?
Nick Offerman. 2 of the best performances I've seen in a couple months on TV. Wow. This episode is like, I bawled. I Oprah ugly cried for a few minutes. It's really such a subtle performance, a quiet performance by both of them, and getting to episode 3 is reason enough to start the show, and there's only 3 episodes. You can catch up quick. It's so good.
How hard was it for you not to name a Dallas episode in that list of perfect episodes of all time?
That's a great question, and it was really hard. Very, very hard to not. Dallas had its flaws. But anyway, it's really good. It's available on HBO. It's called The Last of Us. Start at the beginning, and then when you get to episode 3, let me know how you feel on our social medias. We're going to take a break. We will be right back. Back in a moment. Coming up, when they write the history of Big Brother, she will be on that book's cover. Janelle is here to dish about the show, and if you didn't know, she's also a realtor, and she has strong opinions about one specific design trend. And we became a huge fan of his with his roles in Gran Torino and Mulan. Now Duamua is joining us live to give us a peek at his next big project. That and more when we come back. Welcome back. Our Our first guest is used to dealing with drama after competing on 4 seasons of the reality show Big Brother over there on CBS. But who knew she could create a big stir in the world of home design? She created drama with just one tweet. Good drama, though. Late last week, Janelle, who is also a real estate agent, tweeted this. People need to stop remodeling with gray floors. The look is tired and dated. So, we got a couple claps on that one, yeah. It created a big conversation online about the trend of gray flooring. Here to talk about that, flooring, home trends, and more is Janelle, everyone. Thank you. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
I told Jeff, I love this because usually you're just here talking about Big Brother. I'm like, we should just have her do like a couple segments on this. This is great. Okay, so why did gray, because now that you said it, it's like when you identify something and you see it everywhere. You're right. How did this become a trend?
Well, it became a trend, I think, in 2014. Like, that was like the height of the gray floors. And if you have gray floors, I apologize. I also have some gray floors in my house.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking like new construction. You see a lot of it. I think people just really got used to the gray floor look in Minnesota, and it's just everywhere. Everywhere.
Well, here's a couple shots. What's funny about this, too, is when the producers had contacted you, our executive producer, Jeff, is literally putting in flooring. And Leo, take 5, if you will. These are the samples that he is, and they are all gray. They're all gray, yeah. So were you surprised? You've seen a lot of drama. Your opinions can cause, a discussion about Big Brother. Were you surprised at the reaction to this tweet?
Well, the younger people agreed with me.
Really?
I work with, yes, they were like, I hate it too. Because I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and we're looking at houses in Minneapolis that are redone by flippers, and everyone's putting in these vinyl gray floors, and they're like, I don't like these, Janelle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I agree. Especially looking at houses in January, it's so gray and dreary, and there's no color.
Especially when it's gray.
Yeah.
Because you were saying gray on gray.
It's terrible.
It's not just the floor.
It's like all over the house. Like they do like gray cabinets, gray floors, gray, white trim, and there's no color, there's no life.
There's no pop.
Yeah.
Okay, so people are watching this and they're like, yeah, but I like the gray.
They like the gray.
Or they're open to trying something else. What are some alternatives?
Bleached oak is a better alternative because it's still a neutral. There can be like a gray tone to it if you still love gray floors, but you can put a little bit more life into it. And it doesn't, real wood isn't gray really, but you can kind of bleach real wood to
light bleach oak. Okay.
Yeah, not golden.
Not gold. That's very that's very nice. That's Family Matters.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's TGIF era. Yeah. No golden hues, you said, and then true neutral.
It's a true neutral.
Yeah.
Like just go neutrals. Like if you love gray, absolutely, like put gray into your stuff, but just not the gray vinyl floors and the gray on top of the gray with the gray couch and a gray throw. And
it's just too much. It's just too much.
Too much gray.
Okay, let's just call this other trends Janelle is sick of. Now, you kind of touched on this, zero color at all in homes. Are you really seeing, not just in one room, you're seeing zero color everywhere?
I'm seeing but I see a lot of houses, that's the thing. And maybe it's just like in Minneapolis, there's a lot of flippers. There's a lot of people putting their houses on the market that maybe, redid their house 10 years ago. And the new buyers are like, I really would prefer to see a little bit more like, even just like black fixtures. Like not everything white, gray.
Because the next one, number 2, too much white in a kitchen, really, because that was a trend for a while.
I have a white kitchen myself.
Yeah.
It's not popular right now. Like when you're building new construction, not really that many people are doing all white. They're adding color. I've seen a lot of black and white come back, actually. Black quartz is coming back with white mixed in it.
Really?
Yes.
Black quartz?
Yes.
Oh, I think that's what I have. I was going to replace it, but now, okay, that's good. I'll just leave it now. It's come back around. I love that. Number 3. Combining soft cream with gray floors. Mm-hmm. You're sick of that?
I mean, again, that goes back to the monotone of the cream with the gray and the white. Like just add, even if it's just a jade green, like velvet, if it's just add that on the couch.
Now,
a throw.
Because I've always heard, so you're dispelling this rumor, if I am trying to sell my house, I've always thought you make it just as generic as possible so people buying it can see themselves in it.
I do like to see not a lot of color when you're, not a lot.
Okay.
Not like crazy colors all over, but just something, like just a color.
Okay.
Just pick one.
One color.
One color.
Yeah, don't make it look like the Partridge Family
No,
bus.
no. Just pick one thing. And it can be as simple as it can be like green plants, or like bring green in, like bring life to your room.
Or maybe like one signature wall, like in the entry. You know what I mean? Like a pop right there.
Yes.
That's people, if they don't like it, they can easily change it.
Exactly.
Current trends, more color, you said. Dark neutrals, even black. You were mentioning black fixtures. They're back?
Not like all black, but
No.
like, sort of like more of a creamy white, like wall is in.
Okay.
Okay. So like a creamier white, not shark gray. Shark gray is out.
Shark gray is out,
So if
y'all.
it's the color of shark skin, no, don't put that on your wall.
If it looks like a great white, it's out. Okay. Well, when we come back, so now we've had that. Now we're going to get to the dishy part. By the way, if you want to follow Janelle, it's very easy. She's everywhere, but you can follow her on Twitter at Janelle Pierzina. You can also find her on Instagram and Facebook under, well, you guessed it, Janelle Pierzina Edina Realty. We're going to take a break. We're talking Big Brother and reality shows in general when we come back. Back in a moment. I know, Jeff laughed. This was everything that he pulled. We're back with real estate agent and former Big Brother star Janelle Pierzina. Again, find her on social. Okay, let's talk reality shows. I mentioned this show a couple times. It's buzzing on Peacock, of all places. The Traitors. You're loving it.
I absolutely love that show. It is so good.
Yeah, and it's tvline.com. Here's let's show a little bit of it, Leo, if you can punch it up if you don't know. And here's TV Line's headline: The Traitors, 10 contestants we want to see in season 2, and you're on that list.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's so amazing.
Okay. I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to miss opportunities. What can you say? I mean, can you say, would you do it? Would you?
I've done Peacock shows before. As you guys know, I was on Snake in the Grass.
That's right.
This fall.
Yes.
And if you've watched Traitors, Rachel and Suri and I split a pot of $100,000, so we won that show. And those same girls came back for Traitors. I cannot say, but I would absolutely do the Traitors. Absolutely, if asked, I would be interested. So, Peacock, call me.
Yeah, Peacock. Ring, 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 ring. Okay, now let's move. So let's move to your home, Big Brother. There is talk of another All-Star season.
Yes.
Those always do well for CBS. Would you do it?
Oh my gosh, no. I am not.
Really?
I would not do Big Brother again. I've done it too many times, Jason.
Yeah.
I've done it 4 times. So, I guess, no. I would consider a legend season if it were on the time frame that Celebrity Big Brother is on, which is only a 3-week time frame rather than 3 months.
Oh, that's the deal. Oh,
yeah,
oh.
I would do that, but I'm not going to leave for 3 months again.
No, I mean, you have a lot. You have a business.
Yeah,
I mean, good Lord, you have a
right.
family.
Yeah, I'm 43. Like, I don't. Yeah.
That's too. I never thought of. So, Celebrity Big Brother is only 3
3
weeks.
weeks.
Big Brother is 3 months. You're away from everyone. Oh
yes.
no. Oh,
I know.
I'm with you.
Right.
But you would do it if they did.
If they shortened it, which there's been talk of, because they did away with Celebrity BB, I guess.
Yeah.
So if that comes back and they need that time period filled and they do a legend season, I would absolutely do the 3 weeks.
What is the thing when we were in the meeting today and talking about your parents, and I just thought, because probably the majority of us will not, the law of, we're not going to be on a reality show. What is the thing? Maybe maybe a couple of the sociables, but but what is the thing, other than maybe the time frame, what is the thing that the general public doesn't know about doing a reality show that maybe surprised you the first time you did it?
I mean, it's obviously a huge time commitment. You have to think about not only the time that you're filming the show, but there's so much preparation for your life and what you're doing before the show. And then there's press and everything after. It's a lot of stuff.
Because audience, I've always wondered, when these people go on these shows, how do you tell your boss that? Like,
well, you have to sign an
ABC
NDA.
called,
Yeah.
I'm going to be The Gay Bachelor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, how do you do that?
They sign NDAs with whatever network you're on, and you just, your family signs an NDA. Everyone signs it, and it's very hush hush, and you just go do it.
Okay, I just thought of this too. We have 1 minute. Okay, hold on a minute. I got. You don't have to name them, but is there a family member or friend that you worry about all the time breaking that?
Oh my gosh, my mom is terrible. Of course. Mom, if you're watching, you know.
Really?
Oh my gosh, she's the worst. And she's from up north. Oh, yeah. They're like, is Janelle got any more Big Brothers? Well, I can't say anything, but. No.
Because she wouldn't do it, and it really should be out about, well, yeah. Okay. Speaking of all this, you have a course that people can take. Yeah.
I do have a course. It is pinned on my Twitter. If you are interested in any sort of, I think there's 60 lessons in my course on how to get on reality TV from A to Z.
It's so great. I love it. Janelle, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Come back.
Thanks for having me.
You can find Janelle's How to Become a Reality TV Star course online. There's a link, as she said, on her Twitter, Janelle Pierzina. Find her real estate information on Instagram and Facebook under Janelle Pierzina, Edina Realty. We're going to be right back with Dua Mua when we return. Back in a moment. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a little cake update. Kendall's eaten half of it so far. That's right, yeah. Atta girl. Welcome back. Our next guest is a Twin Cities native who made a huge name for himself in films like Gran Torino and Mulan. Now our friend Dua Mua wrote, produced, and acted in a new film that's debuting in the coveted Santa Barbara Film Festival called The Harvest. Take a look.
Your great son is back.
Oh, you're a handsome man now.
How you came home?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So how was life in the Bay?
It's hard writing and working at the same time. You?
You're not new here, man. Everyone's just doing the usual. Getting married and dropping babies left and right.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is she Hmong?
Yeah, Thai.
Is she Hmong?
I mean, our parents turned out okay.
Yeah. Miserable, suffocating, and loveless marriage.
Ay, you old man. Well, you only know how to lecture, but you don't know how to listen.
Friends, give it up for our friend. Give it up for Dua Mua, everyone. Hi, buddy.
Hi, how you doing, Jason?
I'm well. Dua, I got to tell you, after 8 seasons, guests come and go, and no offense to anyone, but you forget. I don't even remember sometimes what I did yesterday. But you are a guest, to quote The Phantom Menace. I've been watching your career with great interest ever since you were on here, starring with Clint in Gran Torino. So I just want to start with a compliment. Congratulations on your success and getting to this, The Harvest. I always want to know, I'm always curious, because I'm so in awe of writers. It's not a skill that I have. Where did the idea for The Harvest come from?
Well, it took 11 years to get to this point. Will premiere at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, and it's loosely based on my family. During college, I went through a period of time of my dad having renal failure, and after Gran Torino, I pretty much was like, who's going to write me another role? So I kind of dug deep and pretty much like, yeah, I should tell this story. So I just kind of start the process of writing this film, and it took me probably 2 years to kind of finesse it to this point, and then kind of shopped it around. So
I love it. If no one's opening a door, you build your own damn door.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the point. And back then, Asian, was not it in Hollywood, and no one wants to tell their story. And thank you to, people like Michelle Yeoh and Jackie Chan and Jet Li, who kind of build and knock down those doors for us. But it's time for not just telling East Asian stories, but also start the conversation that Southeast Asian want to be part of the narrative, and it starts from us to write our own stories so we could tell that we are part of America, and we are we make an impact in this society. So,
and it's also going to grab such a large audience because thematically it's universal. You're talking about universal themes of family. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, so my character Ty, like any son or daughter who leaves home, leaves the nest and come back home, and pretty much you're silent, but you're observing, and you trying to find where you fall into place in the family again. And basically that's where my character comes in. And every family member in the film has their own secrets and demons that they're trying to battle and trying to overcome, and still try to hold a piece of themselves. And that's pretty much my character of trying to figure out where can I, or where should I, or fit into this family again. And that's pretty much my character of if anybody who goes away for such a long time and coming home, and you have all that thoughts and lingering information that you're obtaining coming back home, and trying to figure out if you want to be part of that family again, so.
You've been to obviously a lot of big premieres, Gran Torino, Mulan. I mean, hello, it's Disney. Is there a special level of nervousness because that you everythinged this movie, short that you wrote it, you produced it, you act in it? What is February 12th going to be like for you when you kind of put your baby in front, you give it to the audience? What's that nervousness like?
I've seen it so many times, and that's because, when you're in post, you've seen it so many times, and, it's just kind of giving it to the universe, and I hope it resonates to anybody of any ethnicity and see themselves in one or all the characters, and could literally sit back and say, oh, that's my family, or that's me.
Yep.
And just start an honest conversation about family, and about all the taboos or all the immigrants or refugees, and have an honest conversation with your own family and with yourself of how to navigate through all that. So I think if you leave the theater watching the film and say, oh, I've seen this, or is it
yeah,
my family, so that would be a big impact. So
it's universal. Always a pleasure, Dua. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Keep an eye on all things going on in his life. Go to duamua.com. You can follow him on social media as well. Continued success. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. How much cake is left?
Like a quarter.
Okay. It's time for the world's shortest segment. New reports say one of the biggest music groups of the past 30 years could be getting back together. Which one? The Spice Girls are rumored to be reuniting like all of them. For the coronation of King Charles in May, they will perform one of the 3 days of the celebrations. All 5 members haven't performed together since the 2012 London Olympics. Come on, Posh, do it. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. 5th anniversary of Spice. Welcome back. Thanks to our guests today, Duamua and Janelle. Do you have any gray floors?
No, I have no gray floors. I have like old floors, really old floors. I live in an old house. It's from the 20s.
Well, it's pretty, like hardwood.
Yeah, they're skinny little hardwood.
Oh, I like that.
They're nice, but there's nails that might get you. Just gotta.
You should probably get that fixed.
I know. I find them and I hammer them down, which I don't know if that does.
Oh my God!
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in construction.
You don't need to be in construction to know that nails sticking up on your floor is bad.
It's fine. Jordan says it's fine. We'll fix it later.
Okay. let me come over and do it. Anyway, thanks to this great audience. Tomorrow on the show, the laundry guy will be here talking more stain removal tips. I know, I love it. It's like going to church. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.